Assalamu alaikum friends and welcome to my Madina book 3 series. Today's lesson is lesson number 15, and in this lesson you're going to learn a lot of things. First of all, you're going to learn about how a condition is made in a sentence, and then just after the condition its jawab comes. For example, if I say if you do this, this happens. So what is my condition? If you do this. And what is my answer? Jawab to it, this happens. So that is what we are going to learn in this lesson. And there are other things. As soon as it comes, I will point out. So first of all, I'll just start reading the conversation between the teacher and the student. Ya Yasir, innaka ghibta. This is the past tense and the damir. So usbu'ain. So what do you see in this structure? Usbu'ain, the fatha, the sukun, the kasra. So this is a dual noun, and all the proofs are there. The ya having a sukun, fatha before the ya, the kasra after the ya. That this is what you learned in the previous lesson. Kamilain. This is the sifa for usbu'ain. Kamilain means complete. 2 weeks he was absent, and this is also dual following the noun before it. In taghib. Now this is the condition. In taghib, if you are absent. Ba'da haza, after this. Tufsal, and this is our jawab. This is our jawab. So what is the things that you can see in the jawab? It is a fail mudare, and you will see there will be two fails in the condition and the jawab, and here both are fail mudare. Okay, first of all you have seen it is fail mudare. Then you see it is in jazm case. As you can see the sukun over the lam, and 3 there are two fails, that is the fail mudare. So now we'll come to the meaning. He says if you are absent after this, what will happen? Tufsal means you will be expelled out from the school. You will be no longer the student of the school or college. Expelled, you can take the meaning as expelled. فإن الْلَائِحَةَ, so in this notice, تنص على, this is being stressed on the notice, that this thing is being stressed. What? Man yaghib. Now this is the condition. The one who is absent akthara, more than 2 weeks. It is also the dual. Yutwa qaiduhu. So what is the jawab? Yutwa. Yutwa is the jawab. And where is the sukun? Actually, this is the fail mudare with a weak letter. So the weak letter is dropped and the representative fatha remains. So if you see a fatha, that means alif maksura is dropped. So yutwa qaiduhu means your name will be cancelled from the list of the students of this college or school. So he will be, in other words, you can say he will be unregistered. Yasir says, Lan aghiba. So this is the tool of nas, that is negation in future. Aghiba, you can see the fatha because of the tool of nas. He says, I will not be absent ba'da hadha, after this, inshallah. So teacher says, kam marratin. Now in this lesson, you are also going to learn about this questioning tool, kam. It is a very common questioning tool, but in this lesson, you're going to learn one more thing. It comes for giving news as kam khabariya. Marratin, many times. How many times? Kulta, you are going to say to me, hakaza. Hakaza means like this. How many times are you going to say the same thing to me? Yasir says, Ma kuntu aghibu. I am not going to be absent. I am not going to be absent. To be absent. Illa, except bi udhrin. Udhrin, excuse. If there is an excuse here, then only I will be absent. So what does the teacher says? The teacher says, Mahma yakunil uzr. Now let's see the structure. Mahma, whatever. Yakunil, kasra and a sukun. Why is that? So it is a tajweed rule that if two sukun comes together, this lam at-tarif always have a sukun. The first sukun gets cancelled. Kasra is given to read continuously towards the lam at-tarif. Yakunil udhru. Whatever your excuse is, falay yuqbala. Falay, you will not be accepted in the school, or you will be expelled out of ba'da al-an, from now on. So the scene in this scene, what happens? Norman enters. Yadkhulu Norman. He says, who says here? The teacher. As soon as Norman entered in the classroom, teacher said, Man ja'a muta'akhiran. Who came late? Fala yadkhul. This is negative command. As you can see here, just in case. Don't enter hatta, until you are given permission. So what does Noman says? Ana asifun, I'm sorry. So these are all the etiquettes. Ra'aytuka. رأيتك. Now let's first see the structure here. رأيتك means this is the fail and this is the damir tu and kaf damir. So this is the first damir and this is the second damir. So whenever you see two damirs joined with a fail, apply the jumla failure formula, that is the fail plus file plus maf'ul bihi. What is the fi'l ra'i? What comes in the position of the file? The first damir tu. So this is the file, and what comes on the maf'ul bihi position? It is the damir ka. So that means it is a jumla failure in this small word. So this whole word is a jumla failure because you have the file, you have the maf'ul bihi. So yes, a sentence can come with a fail attached with two damirs. So ra'aytuka, I saw you mashghulan, I saw you busy. So that's why he entered the class. فدخلت دخلت حتى لا أشغلك. So I entered when I saw you that you were not busy. So after this conversation, who enters? Maraqib. يدخل المراقب, supervisor. He comes and says ha So you are also going to learn about this ha in this lesson. Take this Ailan and Muhammad. He says take this important announcement. هذه خمسة 5 كتيبات brochures. Brochures مفيدة, beneficial brochures. تحوي, contains. قصصاً, stories. Islamic stories. فمن يقرأها. Now this is the condition. You can see. فمن يقرأها. Who reads it? ويجب عن أسئلة الواردة في آخرها فله جائزة. So the one who reads it and reads and answers. What he answers? The following questions after each story at the end. فله جائزة, for him is the prize. So فمن يقرأها ويجب عن أسئلة الواردة في آخرها فله جائزة. فمن أراد, the one who wants to أن يشترك, take part in this race. فليسجل, this is the positive command, lam of positive command. يسجل, register. Ismuhu indi, register your name to me. So Ibrahim says, Ya Sheikh, la najiduka, I don't find you, fi maktabatika, in your office, fi kathirin, many times, min al ahyan. Now means sometimes, it's sometimes, I don't find you in your office. Now the Muraqib says, in lam tajiduni, if you don't find me, tajiduni with the ya mutakallim. Muraqib says, in lam tajiduni, this is the waw al-jama, the noon has been dropped because of the tool of jazm. Ni with the ya mutakallim, if you don't find me, fi maktabi, in my office. Fasatajidunani, you will find me with the scene of mustaqbal. Fi maktab al-mudiri, so you will find me in the mudir's office. Ya fadilat al-sheikh, so the Murakib is asking the teacher, in Abdullah fi maktabi, Abdullah is in my office. In i'tadhara ilayk, he is asking, apologize that if that I apologize because afatasmahu lahu bidukhul. So he says, will you allow him? Tasmahu, allow him for entering in the class, because now Abdullah will be late to enter the class. So the teacher says, now. Now the scene changes to Yakhruju al-Muraqib. So he goes away, and now the scene turns to the students. The teacher is now again start teaching the students. So Ya Ahmad, اقرأ الآتية الواردة في الدرس. So he says, now read this ayah from the lesson. So Ahmad starts reading. After isti'adha and basmala, in saying أعوذ بالله and bismillah, يا أيها الذين آمنوا إن تنصروا الله ينصركم. So what is our condition? إن تنصروا الله ينصركم. This is our jawab and this is our condition. So you can see وَيُثَبِّتْ أَقْدَامَكُمْ. So this is from Surah Muhammad. Ibrahim says, now he asked a question to the teacher. لِمَاذَا جُزِمَتْ الْأَفْعَالِ. Why do you means put a sukoon on these verbs. Al-warida fi hazihi ayah ya fadilat al-shaykh. So this is actually etiquettes to say for the teacher in class. The teacher says in adatu shart. So now you know if there is a condition, you will find a tool of shart before it. Tool of shart. So this is the first rule for making a condition. تجزم فعلين. So now you can see this is dual فعلين, two fails. تجزم two fail مضارع. For example, in تجتهد تنجح. So both the fails are made into jazm just because of the tool of shart coming. If you work hard, you will be successful. In تذهب إلى السوق أذهب معك. If you go to the souk, our condition is if you go to the souk, I will come. This is the jawab. أذهب معك. I will come with you. So now he says ويسمى الأول. Now the teacher further explains ويسمى الأول فعل شرط. So the first fail is called fail shart. You should know the names if you're learning about the rules of the shart. والآخر, the next آخر, the next another fail جواب شرط. First one is always fail shart and the next one is جواب شرط. وفي الآتية الكريمة فعل شرط is تنصر and جوابه ينصر. So you can see the first one is fail shart and the second one is جواب شرط ينصر. والفعل يثبت أقدام, as you have read after the shart, جواب شرط, يثبت is معطوف على ينصر. So يثبت is following ينصر. So it is معطوف. أرجو, I hope. I hope أن تكونوا قد تفهمتم, like he says, now you must have understood. أتستطيع أن تذكر, can you. أتستطيع, can. أن تذكر means أن تذكر. Ayah ukhra means he says, can you remember or mention another ayah containing tahwi, contain in, ya Yasir. So Yasir says, نعم بعون الله. قال تعالى وإن تعودوا نعد, from Surah Anfal. So this is our condition, shart, and this is na'ud is our jawab. And in these sentences, you will see the tool of shart in. أحسنت أيمكنك أن تذكر آية أخرى, or يا نعمان, he's asking Nu'man to mention another ayah. He says نعم بعون الله. قال تعالى وإلا تغفر لي ترحمني أكن من الخاسرين. So now you can see إلا تغفر لي, except when you forgive me, وترحمني أكن من الخاسرين. So now let's see, this is another ayah from Surah Hud, and we will see more ayahs in the lesson now. The teacher explains about illa here, the structure of the sentence. So he says, Masha Allah, illa huna asluha in. So he says this illa is actually in, wa lam nafiya. If you remember, when in and lam nafiya comes together, what happens? The in is cancelled and lam is joined together and it becomes illa. So illa, and this is not pronounced. Both comes and joins together. So this is actually in, originally it is in with lam nafiya. So this is very important point here. Asammata adawat, he is asking, Ahmad is asking, are there any other more tools for the making shart tajzimul fa'alain ya ustaz? So he is asking how many tools are there. So teacher says naam. In harfun, he is saying this is one of them. Wa hunaka ashratun asma'in, there are 10 of them. Tajzim fa'alain. Ahammuha is man. So these are the important tools that can come as adawat shart. So you can mark them down. Man, ma, mata, aina. So these are some of the tools of shart here. Man, for example, فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَى. So you can say فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَى. So first example is this, ما وَمَا تَفْعَلُوا مِنْ خَيْرٍ يَعْمَلْهُ اللَّهُ. متى تسافر أسافر. When you travel, I will travel. For أين here, أين taskun, askun. Same like before. Aina taskun, askun. Wherever you stay, I will also stay. وكثيرا ما تلحقها مع الزائدة. So now sometimes للتوقيد, for example, أينما. Now whenever you see with أين attached with the ma زائدة, this is actually extra ma and it is for tawqid. So you should remember this. These are all being explained here. Sometimes you will see aina is added with ma. Example here, أينما. So it's being said this ma is زائدة and it comes for stress, to put some stress in the sentence. للتوكيد. أينما تكونوا يدرككم الموت. يدرككم الموت. أي now this is another one. Example, أي معجم. أي معجم نجد, with whatever dictionary you find في المكتبة نشتريه. نشتري, now this is a kasra. Where is the sukun? Now this is actually with the weak letter, so the ya has been dropped here. So you know the rules of jazm. When there is a weak letter, you need to drop the weak letter. So the representative kasra is left, and due to this kasra, you will know which weak letter is dropped. Nashtarihi. So buy it for me. Mahma, for example, now this is 7. Mahma taqul nusaddiq. So this is another tool of shart. Taqul, whatever you say, we will accept it. افهموا هذا الدرس جيدا. So he's asking, did you all understand this lesson well? فمن فهم هذا الدرس فقد فهم دروسا كثيرة. He said the one who has understood this lesson very well, then he has understood most of the lessons. So he's like saying that this is most crucial lesson to understand in Arabic grammar. لي درس إضافي هذا المساء. So he is saying that لي درس, for me lesson إضافي. إضافي, if you see إضافي, so this is something a nisba. أضافي means additional. أضافة, if you remember, it is means to add on. So and it is made into nisba. As you can see, there is a shadda at the end with the ya, so it is now a nisba, additional. هذا المساء, this evening. He says I can take a lesson in this evening, an extra lesson. فمن أراد, want to. يستفيد, أن يستفيد means benefit. فليحضر, now this is positive command. يحضر, be present. ومن لم يحضر, for those who are not present, فليس بمعلوم. So doesn't matter. Ahmad says كلنا سيحضر إن شاء الله. كلنا, we all will be. سيحضر, we all will be present إن شاء الله. متى, Mata ta'tun. So he's asking, when will you all be coming? Ta'tun, ata, or coming. When will you all be coming? Mata ta'ti, na'ti. So now the students are saying in a condition and jawab way. Mata is one of the tool of condition. Ta'ti, you can see a sukun. Mata ta'ti. Sorry, it is here. It is not actually sukun. It's the deletion of the weak letter. Ta'ti, as you can see, there is a kasra, so a weak letter has been deleted. Yeah, na'ti. Here also a weak letter is dropped. Na'ti. So what does it mean? This is condition, and this is the jawab. If you come, we will come. Whenever you will come, we will come. Sa'ati, sa'ati. So now he says as-sa'ata ar-rabi'a, 4 o'clock. He says, I will come at 4 o'clock, inshallah. Ahmad says, fi ayyi faslin. So fi ayyi faslin najlisu. In which class should we sit? So in which class should we sit? So the teacher says, ayyi faslin. He says, ayyi faslin najid. Now this is another condition. Any class you find najid, find khaliyan, empty. Najlis. So this is also a condition. Ayyi faslin najid, this is the condition. And najlis is the jawab. Najlis fihi. So this is how you make a condition and its answer. Now let's learn something about the condition and the jawab. What are the points that you should keep in mind? That is, يكون الشرط والجواب إما مضارعين. It can be two مضارع. فعل مضارع. You can see two فعل مضارع. تعود and نعود. Then you can also see the past tense also in the conditions and the jawab. For example, here you can see وإن عدتم عدنا. Both are past tense. And now you can see إما معاديا ومضارعا. It can be past plus present. So both ways can come. من كان يريد حرث الآخرة نزد له في حرثه. And then إما مضارعا فماضيا. So it can be present the other way around and a past. For example, من يقوم ليلة القدر إيمانا واحتسابا غفر له. So, but this type is very rare in the sentences. إما مضارع وماضيا. So now let's see the further in the lesson. Let's see some question and answers related to the lesson. أجب عن الأسئلة الآتية. من الذي غاب أسبوعين? Who was absent for 2 weeks? هو ياسر. من الذي جاء متأخر? He is Nauman. And ماذا قال له المدرس? You can get this answer from the lesson. من جاء متأخرا فلا يدخل حتى يستأذن. في أي ساعة يأتي مدرس للدرس الإضافي? So he says the answer will be في الساعة الرابعة. Let's see the first question here. في كل فكرة مما يأتي جملتان. In this exercise, you will see there are two jumlas, and you have to make first fail into fail shart and the second into jawab shart, and using in, because this is the tool of condition. So first one I have done for you, tadribuni and adribuka. So if you use the tool of shart in, then what you have to do, change both the fails into jazm. Tadribuni will become tadribni with the sukoon over the ba. As you can see, there is a sukoon over the ba, and then adribka. So we gave sukoon on both the fail mudaris. This is the rule. Na'malu salihan nadkhulul jannah. So if you put an in tool of condition, what happens? Na'amal. I'm not going to write the whole sentence. I'll just tell you where to put the haraka to change it into shart. In na'amal salihan nadkhul, and now nadkhul, there is a lam tarif. What we will do? Nadkhulil jannah. So this is tajweed rule. تأكل طعاما فاسدا means bad food. تمرض. Now, if you use an in before the fails, what you're going to do? تأكل with the sukoon. طعاما فاسدا, this is extra. مفعول به with sifa. Tamrad, tamrad means you're going to be sick. So we will make this also into jazm. La tajidu tarsubu. In la tajibu, in la tajid sukun tarsub, tarsub. Tusafirina usafir. Now this is an important fail where what you have to do when you have a fail mudare and then you have an extra letter. This is from the afalul khams. So what you're going to do it. Tusafirina, this is for feminine singular, and if you use the tool of nasb, the extra noon will get dropped and you will write as tusa Tusafiri with the ya left. This is the ya mukhatiba damir. So this cannot be deleted. Only the extra noon will get deleted. Why? Because this is from the afalul khams. In tusafiri, usafir. So this will become usafir with ra sukun. تنام مبكرا تستيقظ مبكرا. So if now using making a condition, in تنام مبكرا تستيقظ مبكرا, you will wake up early. So wake up early. تكتبون إلي means to me. إلي means to me. تكتبون in تكتبوا. So the noon gets deleted. It is from the أفعال الخمس. So in تكتبوا أكتب إليكم. تغيب كثيرا. In, if you're using in, تغيب كثيرا تفوتك الدروس. تفوتك دروس. So this is tafutka, and what you have to do is in tafutka you have to delete the waw. tafutka in tafutka durus. tabi'u سيارتك. So in tabi' سيارتك ashtariha. So what you're going to write? What you're going to write here? Delete the weak letter. ashtari ashtariha ashtariha. تبقيان في مكة أبقى معكما. So what is the shart here? So the shart here is tabqiyan, in tabqiyan. So in tabqiya. You have to delete the extra noon. This is from the afalul khamsa fi makkata abqa. Now you have to make it into jazm. So drop the weak letter. Abqa. Dropping the weak letter. And it is not ya, it is actually the alif makhsura. La aktubu ansa. So in aktub, sorry, aktub. In aktub ansa. And what you're going to do here is deleting the weak letter. That's why fatha. Tasumu ghadan, in tasum ghadan asum. I will also fast. And then we will see there are a lot more here. We have taqulul haq tanju. So in, using in taqul, and what you have to do here, if there is a weak letter, you need to drop it. In taqul al haq, and there is lam tarif, so giving it a kasra. Taqulil haq. Tanju. So what you're going to do? Tanju. So making it tanju with the wow remaining, and you need to drop the weak letter wow. Tazuruni, tazurni. So making it in tazurni, deleting the weak letter, the long vowel from in between. Azuruka, azurka, azurka. So this is how you should do, deleting the long vowel from between. Let's do question number 2. في كل فقرة مما يأتي جملتان. Now we have two sentences here, and same, you need to make it into a condition and the jawab using the tools, the new tools that we have learned in this lesson. Let's see. يغيب أكثر من أسبوعين يفصل. So what are you going to do? So using man before it, the moment you put this tool, what happens to the fail mudari? Sukun. أكثر من أسبوعين يفصل, a sukun over here. Then we have to use ma ta'kul akul. So we need to make both into jazm case. In aina ma takun. Now what you're going to do here, aina ma takunu, you need to delete the extra noon. Why? Because this is from the afalul khams. Aina ma, using aina ma. Now using aina ma, we have aynama takunu azurukum insha'Allah. So what you're going to do, just delete the long vowel azurkum and sukoon over the ra, insha'Allah. Then using man la tarham. So what you're going to do, man la tarham, simple, using a sukoon, la yurham, simple, making a sukoon over it. Then mata, using mata, what changes are we going to do? Ta'ud, what will you do? Delete the long vowel ta'ud and a'ud. So you will delete the long vowel and ta'ud, a'ud. Then aina, using aina, tajlis, ajlis, sukun, because these are sahih letters. Then mahma taqra, aqra, making it into sukun. Now let's see. There are more here. Okay, we have yatubu ilallah, yatubu alayhi Allah. Now man, using man, yatub, and cancelling the wow, yatub ilallah, yatub alayhi Allah. So it will be yatub, cancelling the wow, yatub, with the sukoon over the ba. Then man yushriku billahi. Now this is sukun, yushrik billahi. Then you have yadkhulil, yadkhu. Now we have to make a sukun here, but since this is lam tarif, we'll give a kasra and straight over from kasra to lam. Yadkhulin nar. So number 10 is yanjihu. It is man. So man yanjih بتقدير ممتاز يحصل على جائزة. So يحصل على جائزة. So these are the changes that you need to make before you do these into making it into conditions and the jawabs. Let's see question number 1 here. udkhul al-fa. Now you have to enter fa, the letter fa, on جواب شرط في جملة آتية إذا كان ذلك واجبا. If it is correct to put a fa, you have to put a fa in it. واذكر سبب, and the reason why you have put the fa in the jawab of the condition. So let's see the jawabs and the conditions here. The first one here is Man jadda wajada. Do you need to put a fa here? No, because all the rules tell us that we don't need to put a fa here because we don't find all the amr, istifham, laima, ka'annama. So these are the points where you have to add a fa, but you don't find anything here. The next one here is da'a minni alf riyalin. So faman yajid, the one who finds it. وَيَأْتِينِي بِهِ لَهُ عُشْرُتُ. So what does this means? That da'a minni alf riyalin, he put for me 1,000 riyal here. So the one who finds it, وَيَأْتِينِي, and brings it to me, lahu ushru. So that means this is the jawab and this is the shart, the one who finds it and brings it to me. So this is a jumla ismiya, so we have to put a fa here. So this is a jumla ismiya. I'm writing in just initials. Mahma yakun sababu ghiyabika qad fataka darsun muhimmun. So is it possible to put a fa? Yes, because there is a qad here. So the reason is it is the jawab has a qad here, so we are going to add a fa with the qad. فقد فات درس مهم. إن تكن مشغولا الآن سآتيك غدا. Yes, we have to put a fa here. Why? Because there is a harf mustaqbal seen. انتهى الدرس فمن أراد أن يخرج ليخرج. This is the condition. لِيَخْرُجْ. Why do we have to put a fa? Yes, we have to. Why? Because this is the lam of command. The lam of command, positive command. لِيَخْرُجْ. So, فَلِيَخْرُجْ. إن تأتي ساعة العاشرة تجدني في البيت إن شاء الله. So do we need to put a fa here? No. Why? Because this is a fail and we don't find anything, like we don't find qad or the harf mustaqbal or the command or a jumla ismiya. So if you see that there is only a fail, you don't need to put a fa. For example, we did the first sentence here, man jadda wajada. So wajada is just a fail. There is nothing else there, so we don't need to put a fa. Now let's see the other one here from sentence 7. Now we'll do sentence 7. مهما تقول لي لن أصدقك. أصدق. Now there is a lan, and yes, if you find a tool of nasb, you have to add a fa. فلن أصدقك. قال المراقب للمدرس من جاء متأخرا لا تسمح لي له بالدخول. So لا تسمح بالدخول, do you find anything, any unusual thing that you have to put a fa there? Yes. What is it? If you can see, fala, we have to put a fa here. Why? Because this is a negative, the letter for negation. لا تسمح له بالدخول. فلا تسمح له بالدخول. إن أنجح بتقدير ممتاز أحصل على جائزة. So if there is a harf istifham, yes, we have to put. But how are you going to put a fa with this harf istifham, hamza? In this case, you need to delete this and change it into fahal. Hal and hamza does the same verb. So you can't say fa'a ahsulu. So we have to remove this hamza, change it into hal, and then add fa. فهل أحصل على جائزة؟ إن تكن مستعجلا لست مستعجلا. Yes, there is a fail جامد. That's why we have to add a fa, fail جامد. So you have to give your reasons because of fail جامد. إن تراه صحيحا ما أراه صحيحا. Yes, there is a negating particle here. Fa. It's a negating particle. So yes, you have to put a fa here. Fa. Ma ansa, la ansa zaka. So there is a negating particle, it's negating letter. In yas'aluka, yas'alka ahadun anni, qul lahu ana 'inda al-mudiri. So yes, there is a command, simple command verb. So you have to add a fa. Now let's see the last one here. We have 4 more. Yes, there are a lot of sentences here. Yes, and now we will see this sentence here. من يريد هذا الكتاب هو عند المدير. So do we have to put a fa here? Yes, because this is a jumla ismiya. The jawab is jumla ismiya. So just write it. If the reason is jumla ismiya, you have to add a fa. إذا سألني المدير عنك فماذا أقول له. So there is a questioning tool, that's why we have to put a fa here. and يدرس بالجامعة الإسلامية طلاب من جميع أنحاء العالم فمن درس فيها فكأنما درس في جامعات كثيرة. So there is كأنما, so we have to add a fa. من يقول هذا الكلام فإنه جاهل. So we have to add a fa here because there is a particle inna. ما تزرع تحصد. Do we have to put a fa? No, we don't have to put a fa here because it's just a fail. We don't find any the particle or the negation or the كأنما or the قد. Inna tazurni. So this is already done. In tazurni fasawfa azuruka. So yes, there is a particle sawfa atf, so we have to add fa with it. Man yastaghfirullahu yaghfir lahu. So this is just a fail, so we don't need to add anything here. So this is question number 1. Question number 2, Tamil misal means you have to see the example here and exactly do the same thing in all these sentences. كون جملة على غرارها مستعينا بالعبارات الآتية. So you have seen this example here and then you have to construct the sentence. What is the example? من أراد أن يخرج فليخرج. So the next part, what is the jawab here? So the jawab is added with the fa and the positive lam, the tool of jazm. فليخرج. So we need to add fa and the lam of positive here. من أراد أن يدخل الجنة يعمل عملا صالحا. So what do we have to do here? We have to add fa and lam. فليعمل, and then don't forget to put a sukun over the lam if it is a sahih letter at the end. من أراد أن يعرف الأخبار يقرأ الصحف ويسمع الإذاعة. So fa and lam positive. فليقرأ. من أراد أن يجلس في الصف أول في المسجد فليذهب. So with a سكون مبكرا. من أراد يسألني سؤالا So you have to do same thing. يسألني بعد انتهاء الدرس. من أراد أن يذهب إلى المستشفى يأخذ ورقة من المدير. من أراد أن ينجح. So we have here من أراد أن ينجح يقتدر ممتازا يجتهد ليل نهارا. So there will be a sukun because all of them have a sahih letter at the end. من أراد أن يفهم الإسلام فهما جيدا يتعلم لغة العربية. من أراد أن يحترمه الناس فليحترمهم. So this is the last letter of the fi'l, so you have to put a sukun on the meme. So fal yahtaram, and don't forget to put a sukun on the positive lam. So this is question number 2. Question number 4, هاتي عشرة أمثلة. Give 10 examples for what? Shart wa jawab. You have to make a sentence where there will be a condition and jawab. على أن يكون الجواب في كل واحد منها على نوع التالي. Whatever you have learned in the lesson, you have to make the sentence according to the grammar rules. And now, first of all, you need to see what type of jawab you have to make. So here in the first sentence, you have to make a jawab with a jumla ismiya. So all the answers I have given. So the first of all here is jumla ismiya. Man arada an yaqra هذا الكتاب. So man arada, man is the tool, arada is the condition, and فهو في المكتب. So فهو, now there is a fa and you know it's very easy to recognize. So this is the jumla ismiya, the jawab. Where is the tool? Man. And where is our the condition? Arada an yaqra is the condition. Then فعل تلبي means here you have to make the jawab with فعل أمر. إذا رأيت إبراهيم فخذ. So this is the jawab. And this is the condition. Condition and jawab. And إذا رأيت is the tool. منه رقم جوال. Now فعل تلبي نهي, this is the positive, and now we are coming to the negative command. إذا جاءك بلال, إذا the tool, جاء is the condition, فلا, so this is our jawab. So this is our jawab with negative command. فعل تلبيا استفهام. So now we will make a jawab where there is an istifham. إذا the tool, سألني the condition, المدير عنك فماذا أقول له. So this is the questioning tool and it's added with fa, and this is our jawab. Muqtarinan bilan, join. Muqtarinan means joined with lan, attached with lan, the tool of jazm. Man lam, so our tool is man. Lam yanjah fi هذه الاختبار البسيط falan. Now we have the tool lan and this is the fa added. This is our jawab. Falan yanjaha fi الاختبار السنوي. Now muqtarinan bi ma. So this is a nafiya, means ma for the meaning of not. So let's see, there are other sentences here, and now we will do this with ma, an-nafiya. Mahma, the tool, ansa, the condition, fama ansa qawlakal jamil. So fama is ansa, is fama ansa, this is the jawab, ansa. This is the jawab with adding the ma nafiya, and wherever you will see this, you will add a fa in the jawab. Muqtarinan bisawfa. Man ja'a. So the tool is man. Ja'a is the condition. Mutaakhiran for sawfa. We have a sawfa here attached and there will be a fa attached with it. Yashrahu is the jawab. And this is actually the part of the sentence here. Al-mudarris له المدرس الدروس السابقة. So this is the sentence here. Then sentence number 8, مقترنا بالسين. Seen, that is the harf mustaqbal. Man is the tool. Nasiya is the condition. Kitabahu فسيجد. So the seen is added with the fa. You know, this is the rule. يجد نسخة منه عند المراقب. So this is actually the jawab. فعلا جامد ليس. Man is the tool. يفعل is the condition. فليس. So ليس has been added in the jawab. And fa is also added. Min tullabi jami'atina. So this is the jawab. مقترنا بقد. Man fahima. Fahima is the condition. Hazat darsa faqad. Qad has been added in the jawab and fa is also added. Fahima al-kitaba kullahu is the jawab actually. Now let's see the next question. Question number 5. ادخل كل من أدوات الشرط الآتية في جملة مفيد. Now you have to make sentences here with all this tool of shart in man, ma, mahma, mata, aina, and ay. Now let's see the sentences first of all, and then we will see the rest of the question. In tajtahid tanjah. So we have in tajtahid tanjah. Tajtahid, now this is the tool. Where is the condition? Tajtahid condition. Tanjah is the jawab. Man, the tool. Yes, yarsub is the condition. Marratain yufsal. So this is the jawab. Fail mudari. Ma is the tool. Tashrab is the condition. Ashrab is the jawab. Mahma is the tool. Takunin natijata falan akuffa an الدعوة. So mahma is the tool. تكون النتيجة, تكون is the condition. falan. Now lan is added here in the jawab. That's why fa is used. أكف عن الدعوة. So here is the jawab. متى تخرج. This is the condition and أخرج is the jawab. أينما. So كنا. أينما is the tool. And kunna is the condition. Ja'ana al-mautu. So ja'a is the jawab and it's a fail madi. Ayyi. Now let's see the last sentence. Ayya, this is the questioning tool just like aina, mata. Ayya mu'ajamin tashtari ashtari. Now ayya mu'ajamin tashtari. This is the tool ayya, and tashtari is the condition and ashtari is the jawab. Whatever dictionary you are going to buy, I will buy that. So this is. Now let's see the rest of the question here. Now we will learn something about come. As you know, come is also a questioning tool, but come also has some other roles to play also. Come here is come. Let's see first. Let's see the sentence. Kam maratin kulta li hakaza. So what has been explained here in this sentence? What is the role being played by the questioning tool come? Come al khabariya. Now you will learn about the questioning tool coming as come al khabariya, means giving you the news. Kam maratin, how many times you say this to me? So wa ma'anaha kathir means so much. You're saying this so much to me, so many times to me. فمعنا الجملة قلت لي هكذا مرات كثيرة. So what is the meaning of this sentence? كم مرة قلت لي هكذا? The meaning is that you told me this so many times. مرات كثيرة, so many times. نذكر بعض أحكامها. So we will mention some of its rules. Now we will see the rules of come. Let's learn about the questioning tool come. عرفت أن Kam al-istifamiya. Kam al-istifamiya means the questioning tool come. We are talking about the come as a questioning tool. Tamayyazuha mansuban means you must have seen the questioning tool coming with a noun, and the noun is always a tamiz, and it is mansub. For example, nahu means example, come kitaban. So whatever noun comes with this questioning tool come, it makes the noun into tamiz. That means it will be singular. Tamiz will be always singular and mansub. So this is actually known as tamiz in the. So this is an example. But now you are learning about come as khabariya. So let's see the rules for the come as istifamiya. So when it comes as a tamiz, you have seen first example here. Now let's see another example. Where yajuzu, it is possible jarruhu idha jurra. Now to jarruhu means to make it into jar case, into jar position, into jar position. So how do you make it into jar position? How does it make the noun into jar? إذا جرت come بحرف jar. Now when it comes with a harf jar, for example, here is the second example, become. So here the harf jar be is added with the questioning tool, but the noun is still in mansub. So either it can come like this, the questioning tool will be harf jar, but it doesn't make any action on the coming noun. The rialan is still a tamiz. As I said, tamiz is always singular and mansub. هذا القلم. Now another example is with the harf jar become riyalin. So here the now riyalin is no longer a tamiz as it is having a kasratain. So it makes the noun into jar case, become riyalin hadha al-qalamu. Both of them are correct and it can come in these two type of examples. Amma tamayyazu kam al-khabari. Now we will see Kam al Khabariya. Now we will see the rules for the Kam al Khabariya. We were doing Kam as a questioning tool. So remember this, very important. The rules for Kam Istifamiya. Now we are doing the rules of Kam Khabariya. Fayajibu jarruhu. So it is possible to make it jar. Example, now we are looking at the first example. If you learn the example, you can memorize the example, you will learn the rules. Kam najmin. So with Kam, it is making as the noun into jar. So kam najmin, here it is acting. The questioning tool kam is no longer istifam, it is coming as kam khabariya. How will you recognize it is a kam khabariya? You will see the noun in the jar case. Fis sama. Waqad yajurru, and you can also make it into jar be min, adding a harf jar min. For example, كم من فئة قليلة غلبت فئة كثيرة بإذن الله. So this is an example from Surah Baqarah from the Quran. You will see there will be a harf jar in between the noun. I will write the initials, and this kam is kam al khabariya. Kam al khabariya. So this is actually the recognition point when it comes with a jar in between the noun and when it makes the noun into jar case. So these two examples you can learn, and the rule will be easy for you. And now we will see there are more examples here. Now here second rule is the second type of istifamiya. تميز كم الاستفهامية مفرد. أما تميز كم الخبرية. Now we will see these two, al-istifhamiyya and khabariya, both of them when they are mufrad or majmu'an. Now what they are saying is kam al-istifhamiyya, you will see the noun after kam as mufrad, and also in kam al-khabariya you will also see a noun mufrad noun or jama. So this is the another point of recognition. How do you recognize kam al-istifhamiyya? The noun you will see as a singular after that. So you will know that this kam question is a questioning tool. When you see kam as khabariya, how will you recognize it is a khabariya kam? You can see a singular noun after that, or you can see a plural noun after that. For example, here it has been given kam kitabin qara'at, kam kutubin qara'at, and this is an example for kam khabariya. So you will see a harf, I mean the noun in the jar case, and you will also see in plural. So this is kutub in plural and it is in jar case. So this shows that this kam is khabariya. I will write k, kam al khabariya. So, والإفراد أكثر وأبلغ. So most widely used is the singular nouns. So now here you will see two types of kam. First is the questioning tool and the other one is the khabariya. So here as an example, so if you come around the noun which is a singular and mansub, know that it is istifham. When you, now we'll see this, we have three examples for kam khabariya. If you learn this, you will understand the rules easily. When you see the kam and after kam, if the noun comes as majroor, know that it is khabariya. When you see a harf jar in between the noun and kam, know that it's khabariya. And when you see a plural noun, know that it is a khabariya. So all these three tells you the questioning, I mean the come questioning tool is coming as a khabariya. So this is very easy. If you learn these points for come khabariya, you will be able to recognize the questioning tool and the come khabariya, inshallah. Now, this is the exercise for come regarding the questioning tool come and khabariya that we have learned. So you have to apply all the rules here in this exercise. حول كم الاستفهامية فيما يلي إلى كم الخبرية. So in this exercise, you have to change this come questioning tool into come khabariya. So let's do this. I have given you all the answers. كم ريالا أعطيتني. So kam riyalan a'taytani, how much, how many riyals you have given to me. So let's change it into khabariya. How will you change? Kam riyalin. So making it into majroor, you will make it into khabariya. كم طالبا غاب اليوم. كم من طالب غاب اليوم. كم ساعات نمت. كم ساعات نمت. So this is how you make it into kam al khabariya. The second question, how will kam al khabariya? Now we will do the opposite. We have to change kam al khabariya al jumal al atiya ila kam al istifham. So how are we going to do it? Let's do it. First one is kam babin lil masjid al haram. So as soon as you see the kasratain, you know, and now you can recognize that this is kam al khabariya. So we have to make it into istifham. How will you make it into istifham? By making it into tamiz. Tamiz single and a mansoob. So kam baban lil masjid al haram. Kam min masjidin. So if you see min in between the noun and the question, I mean the khabariya, that means this is a khabariya. So how will you make it? Kam masjidan, making into singular and mansoob. Kam dawa'in, seeing the kasratan, you make it into single and mansoob. Kam dawa'an tatanawal. Tatanawal means you have taken. So these are the two exercises regarding kam. Let's see another rule here. ينبه المدرس الطلاب. Now the teacher explains some other rules with كم الاستفهامية الخبرية. التنظيم الخاص بكل من كم. So here are some rules, important rules that you have to know about كم استفهامية and خبرية. That is the alama. So you have to keep in mind after every this come, you will see these two signs. You have to keep in an eye on these two signs, the question mark and the exclamation mark. So these are very important. Alama at-tarqim al-khassa bikulli minhuma, these two signs, question mark, exclamation mark. Then من جاء متأخرا فلا يدخل حتى يستأذن. Now we will learn another important tool here, which comes as hatta, and this is actually not hatta with the meaning of until. Here it has several meanings. So this is not on the meaning of until. هنا حتى بمعنى إلى. So you need to keep in mind here the حتى, حرف حتى is coming with the meaning of إلى. Now we will see some sentences here. فدخلت, now here you will see the sentence فدخلت حتى لا أشغلك. So هنا حتى بمعنى لام تعليل. So the first meaning is إلى. Here we have the first meaning as إلى. The second meaning as لام تعليل means positive command. لام تعليل positive. لام تعليل means لام for reason actually, not a positive command, but لام for reason. For reason. أي means meaning. أي means meaning. Meaning لكي لا أشغلك. So that. لكي لا means so that. أشغلك. ويكون الفعل مضارع. This is also important point for فعل مضارع when it is منصوب. يكون الفعل مضارع بعدها منصوبا. So when does the فعل مضارع become منصوب? When it has a tool un before it. And this is actually obligatory. So you need to make the فعل مضارع منصوب whenever you see the tool un before it. Now let's see the this is some examples here. اقرأ الجمل الآتية مع ضبط الأفعال الواقعة بعد حتى تعين معنا حتى. Now you have to read these sentences and then you have to give the meaning of إلى. I mean حتى. With what meaning the hatta is coming in this sentence. So let's see, the first one here is أجتهد ليلى. So أجتهد ليلى أجتهد ليلى ونهارا حتى أنجح بتقدير ممتاز. So what is the meaning here? What is the meaning here for hatta? If you read the sentence, you will understand the meaning. So here, how will you recognize the meaning? Actually, you need to understand the meaning of the sentence. Ashtahidu layla nahara. I worked hard for days and night. Hatta anjaha. So that I become successful bitaqdir mumtaz. With the excellent marks. So here it is coming with the meaning of lam ta'lil. Lam ta'lil means reason. So here it is coming with the meaning of reason. So here it is the reason. انتظر حتى أتوضأ. Wait, wait till I make wudu. So here it is coming for the meaning of إلى. And قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه. So the meaning is إلى here. وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى أكون أحب إليه من والده وولده والناس أجمعين all together. Here also the meaning is إلى. Let's see other sentences. Sentence number 5, we have خرجت من البيت مبكرا حتى لا أتأخر عن الموعد. موعد means appointment. So here it is the meaning for لكي, so that لكي so that قال المدير للطلاب لن أسمح. So here it is the tool of نسب. أسمح لك بالحضور حتى تعتذر إلى المدرس. So what is the meaning of حتى here? تعتذر, to تعتذر. What is the meaning of تعتذر? It's apologize. So what is the meaning? I will not allow you. أسمح, to allow you بالحضور, to attend the class. حتى تعتذر, until you apologize to the teacher. So it is coming in the meaning of إلى. Then question number 2 is تعامل المثال ثم كون جملا. Now you have to make جملة here in these with these words على غرارها مستعينا بالعبارات الآتية. So the first one has been done for you. انتظر حتى أتوضأ. So ألبس, أشرب, القهوة, نسمح, الأخبار, نسمع الأخبار, أكتب الرسالة. يعودون. This is the for jama, male jama. So these are the words, and now you have to make sentences with using these words. So here are the answers. Now you will see here the answers, and you need to make the sentence on this structure given. First of all, intazir hatta albasa, using hatta. intazir hatta albasa. Then intazir hatta ashraba al-qahwa. Then intazir hatta أن نسمع الأخبار. انتظر حتى أكتب الرسالة. انتظر حتى يعود. So what are the changes you are seeing when using hatta? Hatta is actually also a tool of nasb, and that's why you will see all the fail mudaris are getting a fatha after using hatta. So here the meaning of hatta is ila, and now you will, whenever you use hatta, as I said, it is a tool of nasb, you will make the fail mudari into mansub. So you can see the fathas after using hatta, tool of nasb, nasma'a, it has been changed from dhamma to fatha. Hatta aktuba, hatta ya'udu. So what is happening with the afalul khams? As you know, the extra noon will be dropped and it will remain as hatta ya'udu. So these are the answers. Now let's see the ha'um i'lanan. What about this ha? So we will also learn about ha with the alif. This is not the damir actually. And in this lesson, you have learned a lot of things. For example, about the kamal istifamiya, khabariya. Now you have learned about hatta. Now you will also learn about this ha. So what is this ha? Let's see. Let's see this. Now this ha is i'lanan, means something you announce. Ha ismu fa'il. So first of all, you need to remember this is ismun fa'il. And this is not the damir, but it is ismun fa'il bimana khudh. Remember, this is very important. Now we have four examples. One for male singular, one for, I'll just write male singular, female singular. This is for male plural, and this is for female plural. So how it changes, you can see here. Ha'a al-kitaba ya Ali. This is for single. Ha'um al-kitaba ya ikhwa. Ikhwa is not ukht, the plural of ukht, but it is another plural of akh, brother. Ikhwatu. Now one may ask why there is a dhamma over the meme. This is a tajweed rule. Whenever there is lamat tarif after the sukun, the two sukun comes together, and they when they come together, this is called iltiqa as-sakinain. So the first sukun is cancelled, and instead of that, it cannot remain empty. So what happens? A dhamma is given here in order to read it continuously with the lam. So it directly goes to lam, and you have to combine these two and read ha umul kitaba ya ikhwatu. Let's see ha'i. So the change for feminine is kasra here. As you can see here, it is a fatha. Al kitaba ya aminatu for feminine. Let's see the plural ha'unna. So here from hamza, you see the noon with shadda for the feminine plural. Ha'unna kitaba ya akhawat. So there is a big difference. You see alif wata is in the jama muannas, not in the male plural. So this alif wata gives you the point of recognition. You can recognize that this is feminine. And ikhwa, even though you see a ta marbuta at the end, don't think it is for feminine. Actually, it is another plural for akh. Now, in this Quranic ayah, as you can see, ha umuk ra'u. So, from here to sukuns, a dhamma has been given, and you will go directly to qaf and cancel this hamzatul wasl. Ha umuk ra'u kitabi. So, here is another word that you're going to learn, that is called the diminutive. Diminutive. What is this diminutive? To make a word into small, much smaller. So how do you make it? You have a certain scale to follow, a certain structure to follow. It is called in Arabic as tasghir. So you can see the word here, tasghir. Tasghir in English, you can say diminutive. Diminutive, making the noun into much smaller in meaning. So how can you make following this scale? Now, kutayyib. Kutayyib is tasghir of kitab. From kitab, you make it into kutayyib. Kutayyib means very small book. I can give you an example. If you go in the store, in souvenir store, you will see a tiny mini Quran. So that tiny mini Quran, if you have seen in stores, is kutayyib. So it is very, very small. So if you come across this structure, know that it is a diminutive, or the meaning is very, very, a very tiny mini book. So you can see the original root letter like kaf, ta, and ba. So from the root letters, you can recognize that it's made from the word kitab. Ala wazn. Wazn means the scale that you will be using to make the diminutive. Tasghir is fu'ayil. So this is the scale. للتصغير ثلاث أبنية. So we have three types of making. So let's see what are those types here. First of all is fu'ailun. So this is one scale. Fu'ail is one scale. First scale that you have learned is fu'ail. So this is a different fu'ailun. Remember the scale fu'ailun. Last is the damatain. So from najm, nujaymun. So the nujaymun means very, very small star. Jubailun means made from Jabal, very, very small mountain. Ubaid made from Abd means very small slave. Fu'ail, now we will make on the second scale. This is the second scale. Example, Funaidiq. Funaidiq made from Funduk means hotel. Durayhim means dirham. So this is made on the second scale. So you have to learn the words made on the first scale, and the words made on the second scale, and the words made on the third scale. This is the third scale. All these scales are used to make diminutive tasghir. Mufaiti. So here the third, I'm sorry, I left these two words. Kutayyib. Kutayyib from kitab. Shuhayyid from shaheed. So you have to remember all these words. Now we will do the third, fu'ayil. So another word added here is the ya after the ain. If you can see, in the second scale there is ain, kasra, and lam. But in the third scale you will see addition of the ya. So the first three letters are the same, fu'ay and fu'ay. The first, if I can just use another pen here, the first structure is fa, ain, and ya with the sukoon. You can see here fa, ain, and ya with the sukoon, and also here fa, ain, and ya with the sukoon. The only difference here is lam with tanween in the first scale. Just after the ya sukoon, you have only lam with tanween. In the second scale, there is an addition of ain with kasra and lam. In the third scale, there is an addition of ya in between ain and lam. So now it will be easier for you to memorize the three scales. So the first word is mufaitihun, made from miftah means key. Funayjeen made from finjan. Finjan is the small coffee cup that you see Arabs drink the kahwa in it. Dunaini made from dinar. So these are all the words you have come across with the three scales. Remember them. صغر الأسماء الآتية واذكر وزن كل منها بعد التصغير. So you have to make into diminutive and then mention the on which scale you have made it. So let's do this. So I will just write first, second, third scale. Walad is made on the first scale. What is it? Wulaydun. So it's wulaydun. It's qandil. So qandil is made on which scale? The third scale. So what will it be? It will be Qunaydil with the ya. So it will be on the third scale. Ghulam is made on on the second scale. Ghulaymun. So here on the second scale. Usfur is made on the third scale. What will it be? Usayfirun. Swad usayfirun. So it will be usayfirun. Ta'am will be made on tu'ayyim on the second scale. So it will be tu'ayyimun. Shadda, kasra, tu'ayyimun. And here the alif will be changed to ya. One may ask why alif is being changed to ya. As I've always repeated this information, it is a grammar rule that alif is not an original letter. It is either ya or a waw. So in some structure, it may change to ya or it may change to waw. So that's why here you will see alif is changed to another ya, and that's why ashadda has come here. Qareeb, it will be قريب. So it's on the second scale. You will follow the same structure. جعفر, it will be on فعيل. فعيل. This is another scale that we did before. If I can show you the scale, you will remember the scale we did here. فعيل. فعيل. This is, I can say it is the second scale here. فعيل. So yes, you can make it into the same as we did into تعيم, and قريب, it will be قريب with the ya. So قريب, ya and ba, it's the ba, and there will be a shadda, قريب. جعفر is also made on the same second scale, same structure with one ya. جعيفر. جعيفر. So it will be جعيفر. So it will be جعيفر. Then حمار. حمار will be on the second scale. It will be, so there is an alif, so it will be changed to ya following the same structure here. So it will be humayyirun with the ya shadda. Sarir, there is there is a ya, so there will be a ya with shadda. Sarir on the second scale, and it will be surayyirun. Surayyirun. It will take the same structure as this. So now we will come to the extra exercise. Let's take this exercise, Tamarin Amma, the common exercise. Here you have to make fi'l mudari with the past tense. First one has been done for you. And this is shagala, to struggle, yashghalu, to be busy, yashghalu, rahima, yarhamu. So this is yarhamu. Fata, fata will be yafutu. Naja, naja will be yanju. As I said, alif is not the original letter, so it will either change to ya or it will change to wow. So if you see yanju, so why I'm taking a wow here? Why wow has come? Because in fail mudare, the second last letter always gets a dhamma, and due to this dhamma, wow has come instead of the ya, because ya does not come when there is a dhamma before it. These letters and harakas goes hand in hand. So that's why it changes to wow. If you are ever confused why it is wow instead of this alif, why does alif change to wow, or why does it change to ya sometimes, it all depends upon the grammar rules that you will learn in morphology. Ghasha, now this is a doubled shadda letter, doubled letter. Yaghushu. Yaghushu with the shadda over it. Yaghushu. Then faza, now this is an alif in between. These are all rules. When you learn morphology, you will know how to. But in this Madina book 3, you have some lessons, and also in Madina book 2, where you will learn how these alif changes in past tense. I'm sorry, in the present tense. So what is the word faza? Faza, yafuzu. So now it changes to wow, yafuzu. زرع يزرع. يزرع. So if you see there is a fatha on the second last letter, you will say, just now I was saying that there is a dhamma always on the second last letter. No, there are three scales in fail mudare. When you make a fail mudare, you follow three scales, and one of the scale is yaf'ulu. Second scale is yaf'alu. Third scale is yaf'ulu. And sorry, I have repeated the first scale. And the third scale is yaf'ilu. With the kasra, yaf'ilu on the second last letter. So this is all information you will find in morphology when you learn morphology. That's why one of the scales here is yazra'u. Hasada will be yahsudu. So yahsudu. Yahsudu. Ghalaba, yaghlibu. So this is the third scale. As you can see, yaghlibu. Now you don't get confused that the second last letter is now coming with kasra. So as we have three harakas, remember, it is an easy way to remember. If there is a three haraka, there are three scales in fail mudare, one with the dhamma, one with the fatha. I can just mark here, one with the dhamma, one with the fatha, and the third one with the kasra. Three harakas, three scales, one with dhamma, another one with fatha, another one with kasra. And all these haraka changes on the second last letter of the fail mudare. This is an easy way to remember the three scales of fail mudare. Now the second question here is Hati mudare afal al-atiya. So we have to give the fa'al mudare of all these fa'als. Sajjala. Now the middle letter is with shadda. So it will remain the same. Yusajjilu. Yusajjilu. Sajjilu. Yusajjilu. Thabbata, it will take yuthabbitu. So what scale is it taking? I will write the scale yuf'ilu. So it is taking yuf'ilu. Now thabbata is taking the same scale, yuthabbitu. Yuthabbitu with the shadda and dhamma. Saddaqa taking the same scale, yusaddiqu. So you have to change the fatha into kasra. And ghayyara, yughayyiru. And what you have to make is the ya should be with dhamma. So you need to follow this scale. Follow this scale and you will have your fi'l mudari. So there are different structure for certain past tense which has shadda in between. You have to follow this scale. Yuf'ilu. Yusaddiqu, yughayyiru, adraka. So now we have a different yudriku. So these type of scales, this type of verbs will also take the same scale. So what is the structure here? Yudriku with a kasra. Yudriku. Ata'a, it's the same. Ata'a, adraka, same. So what will you do? It is yuti'u. So how it has, this alif has changed to ya. Yuti'u. Yuti'u. Aghna. So any past tense that has a weak letter at the end will either change to waw or ya. So aghna will be yughni. Yughni. Since there is a kasra on the second last letter and the weak letter will follow the haraka. Since there is a kasra, so ya will come instead of waw. Yughni amana. So amana, this hamza will change to the seat will change to waw because ya has a dam. Yu'minu. The meme will have a kasra. Yu'minu. So this structure is same like yudriku. Ishtaraka. Now there are 5 letters here. So ishtara, to buy. What will be the fi'l mudari? Yashtariku. Yashtariku. Tariku. Yashtariku. So this is the structure for the 5-letter verb. I'tazara. This is the 5-letter verb. So you need to remember the structure for 5-letter, for the shadda ones, for the 4-letter verbs. So these are all that you will learn in morphology. I'tazara will change to ya'tadiru. So it will follow the same. Ya'tadiru. So this is the light dal. Tadiru. Ya'tadiru. Then ihtarama, 5-letter. What will it be? Now you can guess. It's the same. Yahtarimu. 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 Then ittaqa will be, there is a weak letter here. Ittaqa will change to yattaqi. Yes, it will follow this scale. Since this scale has a kasra on the second last, so this weak letter will change to ya. Yattaqi. So it will change to ya. Yattaqi. Ta'akhkhara. Now there is a shadda. So what will you do? Yata'akhkharu. This will change to yata'akhkharu. The kha remains a shadda. Yata'akhkharu. Tatawwa'a. The same structure. What will it be? Yatatawwa'a. Yatatawwa'a. Sorry, I've made a mistake here. Yatatawwa'a. Ya, the first one is ya, then the ta, yata, tawwa, ta'allama is the same. Yata'allamu. Yata'allamu. So here is the ta. These are 5-letter verbs with shadda, so you will follow the same structure. Allamu. You don't have to change the verb. In these 3 verbs, you see the structure is the same. The structure of the verb is same. Ta'akhara. Only the last letter gets a dhamma and a ya is added to make it into fi'l mudari. So these 2 are added. Istaghfara. Now comes the 6-letter verb. So what will you do here? Yastaghfiru. What will you do? Making it as yastaghfiru, adding the ya, the sin, taghfiru. So the fa is getting a kasra and a ya is being added. So all the letters are intact, only the uh, Hamzatul Istifham, I mean this one has been removed, a ya harf mudari has been given, and all the root letters are the same, only the second last letter fatha is removed and a kasra is given. So you will follow the same structure in istifada. Yes, istayqada, ashraka. So let's see, istifaza, we have an alif here. So what will we do? Yastafidu, yastafidu, yastafidu. So yastafidu. Istayqada, yastayqidu, yastayqidu. Only remember that the second last letter changes to kasra. Ashraka, yushriku. So this is following the previous scale with the dhamma. Yushriku. Yushriku. So this is how you make the fail mudare. I could have typed it, but it's good to understand each and every verb while writing and explaining. Hati jama al asma al atiya. What is the jama of La'iha? La'iha means the beard. Lawa'ihu. So we have lawa'ihu. And this is Hamza sitting on its seat called sin. Uzrun. Uzr is a'dharun. A'dharun. Sorry. It's Hamza a'dharun. So ja'iza. So it will be jawaizu. Jawaizu. Sitting on its sin, jawaizu. Silah will be aslihatun. So it has all different scales. Aslihatun. It follows different scales in making the broken plurals. We have lot of scales, and we can't memorize all the scales, so you have to just memorize as it is. Amir is umara'u, umara'u, and dawa'un will be adwiyatun, adwiyatun, with a single fatha and ta marbuta. So these are all the jama, and with this we come to the end of the lesson, inshallah. Wait for my next video on lesson number 16. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.